So children, this is the second experiment to prove that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Children, in previous experiment you studied that chlorophyll was necessary for photosynthesis, and in this experiment you will be studying that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. That means we are trying to prove that the areas where sunlight falls directly. Now, no matter, you have not taken a variegated leaf here, the leaf is completely green. If you can see, all the leaves are completely green, they are not patched, right? That means the whole surface contains chlorophyll. That means chlorophyll is not a factor to limit photosynthesis here. Which factor we are going to check for? We are going to check for light. What we have done here, see, this is an intact plant, so what we must have done till now, we must have de-starched the plant. So we have removed all the starch out of this plant, and now we have to keep it in sun so that fresh photosynthesis would occur and fresh starch will be produced, right? But the factor that is to be assessed here is light. So what will we do? We will keep a screen over one of the leaf. Now this screen, we have taken a black screen because we know that black color generally absorbs all the light. It doesn't allow the light to pass through. So black color, you can take a chart paper to. When we say Genong screen, that means there must be a pattern in the center. It could be a circle, it could be a star. This kind of design could also be there in the center, but such screens are known as Genong screens. If you don't have a Genong screen, what you can do, you can take a black chart paper and cut it in the same design and fix it over the half of the surface of leaf, right? Then keep the plant in sun for some time. Now SL is sunlight, and the sunlight is falling on all the leaves. This is just to show the sunlight is falling on all the leaves. Keep the plant in sun for some time, let it photosynthesize, and thereafter it is the time to check for the concerned factor. What we will do, we will pluck off this leaf on which we fixed the Genong screen. We will also remove the Genong screen now, because now we don't need it, right? What we have to do is, after removing the Genong screen, there is a leaf in your hand. What you will do? You will remove its chlorophyll, right? So you de-starch the plant, and after the experiment, what you have to do, you have to make the whole leaf white, so that you don't know where the light was falling, where there is green color, where there is strip. You don't know anything, you just see the leaf white, right? So you have to remove chlorophyll. Now you already know how the chlorophyll is removed, right children? Just see the pattern here. Now this is the outcome of the leaf that you have plucked off, right? Just hold on. This leaf you plucked off, and now connect it here. When your leaf was initially white, see these white areas here, all these areas, initially the leaf was whole off white, but when you poured iodine drops over it, so the area that produced starch as a result of photosynthesis turned blue black, right? Blue black. But in the center, just see the places where that screen was present, the black screen. Inside, in the center, there was a hole, so light was falling directly on this area. Light was also falling directly on the anterior and posterior areas of the leaf, but the area which is appearing white here, please see that only that area was devoid of light. That means the area below this strip did not photosynthesize because light did not fall on it completely. Therefore, it failed to produce starch as a result of photosynthesis. But the areas which were exposed, out of the same leaf, areas which were exposed to light, they were able to photosynthesize, and starch was produced in the cells which were falling in that area. And when you tested the presence of starch with the help of iodine, the area turned blue black, right children? So this is the second experiment to prove that sunlight is also necessary for photosynthesis. You still have 2 experiments more to go, but for now I guess this is much. Already you have had 4 videos, so we will be proceeding with rest of the experiments in the next class, right children? Till then, just study these experiments from the book as well, and I will be giving you and also tally that when I have given you a worksheet, I told you that some questions which are not taught, they fall in between, but you just exempt them at that time. Later on, when the syllabus gets over completed, at that time you attempt those questions. So I believe whatever questions are linked with these experiments or the content that I am teaching you today, you will be able to attempt those questions, right children? So just try to attempt them. For as of now, thank you.